Good with y'all, Foster Gamer, we in there. And I was already faded, so I'm drinking two now. But this game's called True. They're pretty much the same makers of Vegas Tales. FMV Interactive, they made this. And Vegas Tales wasn't too bad. It passed the time for sure. So I definitely was down for trying to give another game a go. But so far, Wells Interactive got to be like the better studios, like for real, man. All right, without further ado.
Welcome to Truth, the game show where we award a $1 million prize to the contestant chosen by our audience. We have 6 challengers hooked up to lie detectors, which I'll be monitoring. In every round, we ask each of them 5 questions chosen by our audience. Then we vote one off based on their answers. Let's meet our contestants. Why don't you each tell me a little about yourself?
Uh, I'm Joe. I'm 28, and I'm from Philly. Let's go Eagles.
My name is Alexis, and I'm born and raised in Beverly Hills.
My name is Sam. Hello. And I recently moved out here to Hollywood to get in the film industry. And I've been writing a long time before I even got to town. And I've got a lot of scripts. I'm willing to show them. Hit me up. And I'm very excited to be on the show.
Bro, this man capping already. This man capping already, bro. Okay, bring him out. Bring him out. Bring him out. Bring him out. It's hard to hear when the cap is in your mouth, bro.
I'm Autumn. I'm a California native, and I grew up right here in Los Angeles.
Hi, I'm Claire. I've never been on TV before. I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
I go by Lilith, and I'm from Van Nuys, California.
Let's see what the audience wants to ask first.
That's a good ass question. Um, hmm. How do I jump off the? You know what? Yeah, what would you do with the money?
What would you do with the money?
Well, my ex-wife would probably get most of it. She's supposed to get half my income, but the judge hates me, so she always gets the bigger half. But if I got money, I'd pay off my credit cards, finish paying off my bike, and finally have some money in the bank for once. That'd be nice.
Mhm. The trolley problem?
You're the conductor on a runaway trolley. There are 5 people ahead of you on the tracks who do not have time to get off the tracks. If you continue forward, you will run over all 5 and they will die. You cannot stop the trolley, but you can change to an alternate track where there is only one person on it. If you choose to change tracks, the 5 people on the first track will live, but the one person on the alternate track will be run over and
Okay, I
die.
get it.
Do you change tracks?
I don't know anything about trolleys, but if I had a job driving one, I'm sure that they would teach me how to handle that situation in trolley school.
Hmm. Oh, there's a whole bunch of questions on here. Oh, cool. And I can just ask them again. But I think to make it tougher, I'm not going to even go off of that. Actually, yeah, bet. What's the serious law
What's the
you
most
broken?
serious law you've ever broken?
I would say the most serious law I've ever broken is sneaking into a movie. So,
Arrest this man. It's like,
in 2015, Star Wars The Force Awakens was coming out, and there was an advanced sneak preview screening beforehand. And it was invite only. So I figured out a way around that since I wasn't invited, but I did want to see it. I'm not going to tell you what theater it was or what theater chain because I do not want to get a phone call from their attorneys. But the night before this advanced screening, I went to a movie at that theater, and then I stayed in the theater all night long. I hid in the bathroom, slept there, and then the next day, I was in the theater for the screening. And there were a couple of seats open. It wasn't completely full. So I got into the sneak preview. I saw The Force Awakens early. I'm not proud of it. It's probably a big felony, but I would do it again.
okay. What's your unusual talent?
What is your most unusual talent?
I know how to survive in the wilderness. I can tell what's edible. I can build a shelter and a fire. I can clean water so it's safe to drink. Just survival skills in general. I don't like being dependent on money or on society, so I learned how to get by on my own.
Believe it or not, I kind of believe her. She looks straight at the, like, my whole thing is she looked straight at the camera when she said that. Like, she didn't, like, hesitate. And it didn't seem like she was, like, in thought. Because I think, to a point, these two who were kind of in thought, but they wasn't, like, trying to come up with, like a lie or nothing. They just was trying to, like, either remember or think out the problem and then just give, like, their honest opinion. But yeah, so far he's, like, been, like, the craziest about it. But I'm waiting for one question though to see if he slipped. Like I'm definitely waiting. I feel like they low key was gonna try and make her a red herring. Cause I mean, shit, you see the red on that. Shit. Oh yeah. So next person. Instead of me admiring some, like, Said me, Marion, the actress. Cause she do low key look bad. Well, not even low key, but you get what I mean. Like she looked bad in a good way. um, let me see. Yeah, what's your most
What
unusual?
is your most unusual pet peeve?
Unusual pet peeve. Well, I tell you, there's a phrase that people overuse all the time, and it really does my head in because people say lightning never strikes twice. Well, I can tell you it does. It struck me 4 times, so that phrase is total nonsense. It's a bum steer.
Huh? Lightning struck her twice. So it's gonna be it's gonna be tougher than I thought. Some of these folks is actually spitting facts, but the shit sounds unbelievable. Uh, actually, yeah.
What is the dumbest thing you ever did?
This rich couple used to pay me to sit for their dog. And one day he died on my watch. So I buried him in the backyard, replaced him with a look-alike from the local pet shop. The couple comes home. The new dog won't stop barking, yapping, nipping. I said he was acting normal during my watch. I got paid and I left. Anyway, he ends up biting one of them. So they put him outside, where he digs up the original, who turns out wasn't as dead as I thought.
Oh shit.
So they decided they needed to call me, text me more than dozens of times, asking me why I would bury their dog alive and try and replace him with an evil clone. I figured there was no way explaining my way out of that one, so I didn't reply.
So they just hired a random person to clean whatsoever. Like I said to clean to watch the dog and shit. Because I feel like with that one, you would at least have to have like some info on the person. But in this go around, they said nah. Like I just locked them. I was not caring. All right. What's your most controversial, unpopular opinion?
What is your most controversial or unpopular opinion?
I think more people should ride motorcycles. Motorcycles are sweet, dude. Like, oh, people like their hybrid cars, they only get 50 miles per gallon. Motorcycles get that kind of mileage, and they're cool, and no traffic, and they cost like a fraction of the price of a car. $5,000 for a bike, and that's a good one, dude. Yeah, bikes are sweet. Easy to find parking too, wherever, whenever.
Makes a good point. Favorite holiday?
What is your favorite holiday?
My birthday falls on Christmas, so I get double presents every year. What can compete with that?
You're right though. My birthday on January, right after Christmas, yo. So I cannot hate on that. I think no, actually no. I did not do controversial. So how much more I got left? Cause yeah, what were you like last year, youngin?
What were you like as a child?
As a child, I was always watching cartoons after school, Saturday morning, whenever I could, and playing video games. Lots and lots of video games. And I gotta say that a lot of my friends today are people who I've met playing online video games. So I guess I haven't changed too much.
That's pretty lit. How I feel about some people I've met in the past that I know now. It's like cool people. Most extreme guilty pleasure.
What is your most embarrassing guilty pleasure?
I say extreme.
Walking naked through the woods.
Whoa,
I'm much more
whoa,
comfortable around trees and flowers than I am around people.
Okay, shit. I think she was about to just outright just like I thought she was gonna say like maybe like a favorite show or some shit. She said, "Yo, I fucks with walking around the wood naked, being one with nature." I'm like, shit. Alright, I feel like I'm giving her the tougher ones. Let me give her an easy one. Cause I think that last one, if you found a wallet, would you return it?
If you found a wallet, would you return it?
Absolutely, I would return a wallet. I mean, if I was ever lucky enough to own something as precious as a wallet, I would really hope that someone would return mine to me if I ever lost it.
Actually, what is your biggest fear?
What is your biggest fear?
Having to get one of those normal peasant jobs. One where there's a boss to report to and a clock to punch. I tried it when I was younger, and it still gives me nightmares. Not the fun kind.
Bro, that's currently what I am doing. Ain't that some shit? Yeah, she I felt her when she said that kind of, yo. Because like I used to be in a position where I had to report to like multiple bosses. Because like when you're just like starting off and just like an associate or whatever, you got like a whole bunch of other different positions that are above you to the point where they're all like keeping watch. They all are doing this and that. You gotta report to each of them. and then each of them have like a different, like to a point, yeah, it's like a video game where each of them have like different quests and shit, but it's like most of the quests be ridiculous, and then it's time sensitive too, so you got to make sure you do quests that can actually like coincide or like match up with each other so that you can just get a 2-for-1. But it's just stupid though. But ever since I got at it, it's like it's weird now. But anyway. I feel like I've been giving them easy ones. Yeah, what's your biggest fear?
What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is dying. I mean, duh. Like, I don't want to die. I mean, not in any particular way. You know, people are like, oh, I don't want to drown or get eaten by a lion. Like, I don't care how I go. I just don't want to be dead, you know?
Man, I gave him an easy one. I fucked up. I'm gonna keep shooting for something like tougher. I've definitely been light on her, but like, I've been light on you. Serious law you ever broken?
What's the most serious law you've ever broken?
I used to have steaks flown in from this place that I love in France. I stopped when I found out it was illegal to import meats. I don't know how serious of a crime that is, but I'm glad I never found out the hard way.
Extra trolley problem.
You're the conductor on a runaway trolley. There are 5 people on the tracks ahead of you who cannot get off the tracks in time. If you continue forward, you will run over and kill all 5. You cannot stop the trolley, but you can change to an alternate track where there is only 1 person on it. If you change tracks, the 5 people on the first track will live, but the person on the alternate track will be run over and die. Do you change tracks?
This is just basic logic. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one. So I would change tracks to kill 1 instead of 5.
All right, that's good. That's all good, man. That's cool that you put your wife in front of a train, right? Because the needs of the needs of the many. Good, bro. I feel like folks never think about that shit, yo. I'm the one person that will think about that shit. I'm like, yo, if I answer this, are they gonna just like out of nowhere just like put some shit like that into the mix? And you're like, oh, okay, cool. So you telling me that that you put your firstborn son on track, like you'd run him down versus the need of 5 other people? Like, what you mean? I like that's like it's just so much shit that can happen, bro. You should deal with you should deal what she did. You should deal what she did. Oh yeah, that liquor starting to hit me too. Next person. Typical day in your life.
Describe a typical day in your life.
I live in my van now by choice. When I wake up, I usually drive to the gym so I can work out and get a shower. After breakfast, I usually work one of those food delivery apps for about an hour. I can't stand a normal job, but I can handle those apps in small doses. Once I'm done, I relax for the rest of the day. I go to the beach a lot. Every day feels like a day off because I don't have a regular day job or a boss to deal with. It's pretty great, to be honest.
Yeah, so she have to have more than one place to work out in because you can't tell me like after a while, like especially if you going like, because I'm assuming like everybody like takes showers like every day, and like I'm assuming like it's some of y'all that skip, but don't go too crazy about it, like skipping like 3, 4 days like type shit. Skip like bruh, y'all be wildin'. Or if you know like you just like or like a sneaky motherfucker like off the rip. Because if it's one thing like my homie Zuki and them, and even was it 6 seconds, the rapper, like they confirm, it's the fact that it's like yo, in some of those events y'all be stinking up a storm. Man. I couldn't, I couldn't do that, bro. It's like it might actually be beautiful women that like might actually fuck with you if you're doing like good in like whatever event you're in there for, or if you're just chilling and just chatting it up with folks. Like just catching a vibe and shit. Like folks ain't gonna want you around. That's just a no go. Y'all feel me? Um, next person. But yeah, she had to definitely have more than one gym. Cause folks would probably be like, yo, she ain't even come out here and work one time. Like she ain't come out here and work out one time. Like she just went to the went use our shower and dipped back out. Like bro, like she ain't even hit the machine, bro. She just darted in, darted out. Like okay, what were you like as a child?
What were you
Shit.
like as a child?
I was a hoop trundler.
Oh, wait, what
You
now?
know, when you get the wooden hoop and you run it down the street with your wooden stick. Oh, I was getting so good at it. I just
Wait, she talking about hockey? And no offense if I'm offending hockey folks. It's just how I've been drinking.
I could go really fast and really far. I had to stop because I got rickets.
She got what now? Yeah, what does she do for a living?
What do you do for a living?
I have a small stand in Hollywood where I read people's fortunes from tarot cards. Now, tarot cards don't actually predict the future, but most people don't know that. Most fortune tellers will also keep their predictions vague so they can't get caught when they're lying. I don't do that. I tell all of my customers that they're going to die in a horrific car crash about 2 years out from the day they come see me. I love seeing their reactions. Plus, the really stupid ones pay for longer sessions so they can ask me a bunch of follow-up questions.
It's smart to keep a whole bunch of customers with you, but then once 2 years hit, good. That's crazy. Because who's gonna actually try and come see her after 2 years? Um, favorite holiday? No, I have not been tough enough on it. What's the worst way you betrayed a friend since you won't be wearing the motorcycle jacket,
What is the
fam?
worst
Like,
way you've betrayed a friend?
Oh man, dude. For years, my friend John used to sell my friend Keith weed, but it wasn't weed, it was kale. Like he would sell him kale instead of weed. And yeah, Keith didn't know. Like for years, I was watching Keith like pack bongs with kale and that wasn't working. So then he would like make kale brownies, and he had no idea. And yeah, I should have told him, but it was just too funny.
Damn, man. Some of y'all are like, I swear, biggest regret.
What is your biggest regret?
I once turned down a modeling job because I would have had to go to Milan for 4 weeks. I was in high school at the time, so I might have had to repeat a year. In hindsight, it was a very famous photographer, so it would have helped my modeling career. I should have gone.
Damn it. Alright, your most embarrassing memory?
What is your most embarrassing memory?
Oh, yeah. I got an embarrassing memory. My most embarrassing memory was, okay, so I was maybe like 4 or 5 years old, and we were at a neighbor's house, the Harrises. They were the only house on the block that had a pool. So we'd go over there for summer afternoons, pool parties. So I was in the pool this one time with my dad, and I told him I had to pee. And he told me, just go in the pool. That's what everyone does. So again, I was really young. This was like probably right before kindergarten. And I peed in the pool and it was fine. So that became a normal thing. I would go, if I was in the pool, I would pee in the pool. Well, one summer, again, I was very young, maybe kindergarten. There was a big pool party. It was a birthday. Everyone was there from my class, the neighbors.
No.
And I had to go. I wasn't
No.
in the pool. I was standing right outside the pool. And I figured, oh, if I have to go, just go in the pool.
No.
I stood there and peed into the pool. I quickly learned that that was wrong. Everyone was horrified. They cleared out the pool. Party was almost over. It was like I ruined the birthday. And that stigma stuck with me. Let's see, if that was kindergarten, almost until high school. Yeah, I was the pool peer. Not my proudest moment.
Right. And what made it worse was, yo, we did not ease into that either, bro. We just picked a random topic, yo. Alright, happiest memory.
What's your happiest memory?
That's easy. First time I went to Burning Man. It wasn't that I loved Burning Man. Back then, I worked myself to death at my office job. I only averaged maybe 50 hours per week, but the stress, it stayed with me all the time, so it felt like 100. Burning Man was the very first vacation I ever took. Once I got to feel what it was like to be free from work for multiple days straight, it changed my life. I stopped working a corporate job, stopped obsessing over money, and now I'm finally happy.
To a point, I feel like that's what CV did. Like, y'all know what I mean by that. I ain't trying to get too canceled. But yeah. But actually, nah, that shouldn't be too much. But yeah, COVID. Like, I'm pretty sure like YouTube not gonna pick that up because of how my voice is. We good. So but yeah, I think that's the reason why, because of it. Like a lot of us, we were offered well, not a lot of us. Like most of the folks that were able to get unemployment, we didn't have to worry about work and stuff like that. Depending on if like your rent wasn't too expensive, of course. Like for me at the time, I was like with my mom dukes and shit, so it didn't it didn't affect us as bad because it's like I had a place and like stay like I had a place and I was making enough money, so like stuff like rent and stuff wasn't like an issue because like my checks would be able to afford it, so I was able to definitely. Yeah, and that's one thing I still kind of pride myself to this day. It's like now, like I pretty much pay rent here, so that's like it's like yeah, maybe it's not like oh I'm so rich paying like I take care of mom and rent and shit, but at the end of the day, man, look after my mom, dudes. Love her to death. Um, but yeah, that break though was lit, bro, because I was streaming like every day. I was streaming every day, man. And don't get me wrong, I've been able to stream a lot lately because of how like the new job been. But it's like it wasn't like how that year was. Cause I ran through two Judgment games, ran through three Mass Effect games, ran through Greedfall, ran through ran through Greedfall that same year. I think it's a few games I beat that year. Did a few games like these. But yeah, I was going pretty off because I think I was counting like I was up. I think I was up by like 8 or 9 games beaten. All right, so dumbest thing you ever did.
What is the dumbest thing you ever did?
Oh, well, that was sleeping in a dumpster. I mean, it seems like a good idea, right? You know, there's a lid on them, keeps you dry when it's wet. Unfortunately, I fell asleep and the garbage truck came by, and I woke up to find myself being tumbled into the garbage truck and being compacted in beside everything else. It took me 3 days to free myself from the block I was in the landfill.
Oh shit. All right, what's your most controversial or unpopular opinion?
What is your most controversial or unpopular opinion?
I believe that we should bring back public execution. We're already executing people in 27 states. Why not sell tickets? I know some people really hate the death penalty, but they should love this idea. Executing these prisoners in private only helps the masses not to think about it. Making it public will bring attention to it, and it gives the rest of us something to do.
Okay. But yeah, not interested in like in bots and shit. But I'm happy with the growth that I'm having. But it's like you always get those ads and stuff or people constantly asking. Oh yeah, for those that's like trying to get me for like their like to pay for art and shit like that, fam. Y'all gotta come with like something original now. Like y'all can't just keep trying to like show me stock images or show me like stuff that looks pretty much the same, bro. It's like it'd be the same concept, it'd be the same thing all the time. Like that's just it's dumb to me. And then it'd be one thing if it felt original, like in any aspect, but it doesn't. Like, it really don't. Y'all use the same graphics, the same font, this and that to show your work, and I'm like, bro, anybody can just use that as like let me know that you like definitely really drew it. 'Cause trust me, the real gonna know the real. That's if it's one advice I can give for sure. Artists, I said artists. Um, content creators, streamers, and all that. Bro, let your artists do them. Let them wild out. If they actually wild out, then you're good. You know that's a real artist. But if they're constantly trying to ask you like too much for like direction and stuff, like, or if they try to just do what everybody else do, then you know like they're not the ones. It's like your artist should like have your same vision in mind to a point. Like they should be able to just. I'm not saying they should be able to completely catch a vibe off you, but something, bro. Something that like lets you know that like your money ain't going to waste and shit. Something to know that you care. That's why to a point like I don't want to kind of get into like offering my editing skills and shit like that. Cause for one, I'm not a real editor, and then two, it's like if I don't fuck with your content, bro, it's not gonna be easy for me to just like make something dope out of it because I'm not like sharing your vision in any type of way, and I feel like that's not cool. To a point, it's like I should have some type of enjoyment. I should be somewhat into like into it. So yeah, who do you want to be stranded on the island with?
If you were going to be stranded on an island with one person of your choosing, who would it be?
Well, my first thought's Margot Robbie, but she has kids, and I'm not going to separate a mother from her kids. So, Megan Fox.
Megan Fox has kids too.
Bummer. Does Dua Lipa have kids?
I don't think so.
Dua Lipa, then. Final answer.
Bro, what the fuck, man? What you do for a living? Man?
What do you do for a living?
I'm an Instagram model. I still live with my parents, but I can move out if I wanted to. Our house is so big that I feel like it would be a waste to move out. We have so many empty rooms, I'm not even sure if I've seen them all.
To a point, I feel like that's an excuse. That's a definitely a valid excuse. Because it's like, bruh, you tell me it's like you tell me you couldn't work something out. And you got that many rooms and shit. And I'm like, and then 9 times out of 10, that's your crib. You can soundproof the rooms, yeah. You can put in investments for that. Be like, yeah, this is their room. We soundproof this so that they feel like they can have like true privacy. This and that. Like, it's like they always try to sell you the idea of just like outright moving, like want to be on your own type of thing. It don't always have to be like that if you can get it to work. Like, if you are like one of the few that have that option, definitely just stick with it. Cause now think about it, think the homie Brandon, think he lives with his grandparents and shit. But the thing is, like, how his house is set up, it's like they're not around. They don't have to be around to hear certain shit. Like, it doesn't have to be like as crazy. I'm pretty sure if they actually are looking for him or something, they'll just call him. That's like how big the spot is, I think. And that in itself ain't that crazy big. It's just, yo, why would I bother looking for you through like a few of these rooms when I could just be like, yo, like hit you up and be like, yo, where you at? I'm like, oh, I'm in this room. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'll be through. Like, but anyway, uh, what do you do for a living?
What do you do for a living?
I'm going to ask that you reserve judgment when I tell you that I am an auditor for the IRS. Now, I know a lot of people think that we are inherently evil, that we are monsters coming to take your money. No, okay? We are not evil. We're not going around trying to harass people. We don't want to screw over the little guy. And here's the thing, if you make an honest mistake on your taxes, we will send you a notice about it and ask you to settle the difference. Or if we find that you didn't include a form, a W-2 or something, send it to us. We're good. Now, if you are some rich person who's intentionally trying to game the system for your personal gain, then that might be an issue. Those are the people that get audited. The big muckety mucks who are who are just greedy. Then we will come after you.
Oh, wow. Alright. Price achievement.
What is your proudest accomplishment?
I organized a demonstration to save a park, and it worked. They were going to level the place and build a distribution center. We had people protesting at the site for 3 weeks straight and got over 1,000 names on the petition. They ended up building the distribution center on the site of a nearby abandoned mall instead, so we didn't lose any jobs or anything. It was a complete win.
Alright. Typical day in life.
Describe a typical day in your life.
A typical day in my life is searching for my missing daughter, Mallory. And, really it is one of the big benefits to being homeless and unemployed is that I have no ties. I've nothing holding me back and stopping me from hitchhiking out there, getting on the road, heading to the last town that I've heard that she was in. When I get to the town, usually I find out that she's just left there suddenly. So I'll search for a soup kitchen or a dumpster, get something nice to eat, and then maybe a place to shelter until I hit the road again the next morning trying to find Mallory.
Alright, what's your unusual talent?
What is your most unusual talent?
I'm an expert at falconry. I have a small collection of extremely well-trained birds of prey. I find owls to be particularly useful.
But fuck it, put her on the team. You need her in your squad, man. She can send birds at She can send birds at people. Cause before you say like, yo, but false, they can just shoot the birds. I'm like, bro, a lot of these motherfuckers be capping in their raps, bro. The motherfuckers don't be shooting. No. Oh yeah. Let me not influence motherfuckers to shoot. That's not me. That's not me telling y'all to like be about that life and shit. Ain't nothing wrong with what you doing as long as it's not hurting people. Like don't need people easily being influenced and treating this shit like how they be treating rapping. It's like, oh yeah, well you gotta live what you rap, man. Like no, you don't. You definitely don't need to live what you rap. If anything, definitely condone what you like do with like rappers, like some rappers like Jay-Z and them do. Like you could tell they progress and that they don't talk about shooting and all that shit no more. Like they're on about life, getting this money, getting this paper. Like shoot, payroll Giovanni. Like fam, I listen to him every day. As like I work, reminding me that it's like yo, not all fast money is good money, and not all slow money is like like bad money either. Like just keep on your go. But but yeah, just that's just definitely one of my thoughts on that shit. Cause yeah, motherfuckers say he can do this and that, and that's easy with big targets. But birds can fly fast as shit, so you can't tell me ain't none of them striking you. Especially if a whole flock show up, bro. You think you about to shoot all them birds? Like no.
That's the end of this round. We'll soon find out who will be going home after this message from our sponsor. Today's episode is brought to you by Rebecca Cartwright. Have you been injured in an automobile accident or hurt on the job? Has your case already been settled and you've been awarded a large sum of money? Call Rebecca Cartwright, 555-1258. Rebecca is 25, single, and looking for a long-lasting relationship. Must love dogs. Now it's time for the audience to vote. Please enter the selection of the contestant you think should be going home.
All right. I definitely don't believe you got struck by lightning 4 times. Nobody lives off of being struck by lightning 4 times. Get her out of here.
The votes are in. The audience has voted to send home Claire. Oh, I am so sorry, Claire.
Oh, that's okay. Thanks so much for having me. It's just been so exciting to be here. And I've never won anything, so I didn't expect to win today anyway, but I'm just glad I could take part.
All right. So far, I haven't found anything really to call her out on. He's actually low key bitch, like truthful, at least for me so far. Cause I'm like some of these answers, I'm like, bro, yeah, they perfect, but at the same time, it's like sometimes you do have to go with the obvious. He he's on his. Let's see. A typical day in life.
Describe a typical day in your life.
I wake up. I eat breakfast. I feed my familiars. I go to work. When I get home, I like to relax and work on my bug collection.
Unusual pet peeve.
What's your most unusual pet peeve?
I can't stand it when people are FaceTiming or like on speakerphone around me, like as if I'm not there, stomping around with their big loud conversation, like you're holding me hostage to your conversation. I don't give a shit. Go somewhere else. What happened to, phones that you had to hold up to your ear so I didn't have to listen to you? That shit drives me crazy.
I think to a point we all can agree on that to an extent. Most unusual talent.
What is your most unusual talent?
Shit.
I'm a really good Cook. If I had to live in the old days where people had to cook their own meals, I could buy just fine.
I kind of want to get rid of her. She too good. All right. Have you ever cheated? Nah. Actually, yeah. See if
Have
he
you
see if he
ever
brag
cheated
himself.
on anyone?
No. And I don't think I ever would. Not even if I had the chance. Although I did cheat on a math test once in junior high. And I couldn't live with myself afterwards, so I wouldn't even cheat on a test again.
Mm. What's the dumbest thing you ever did?
What is the dumbest thing you ever did?
We heard they were going to cut down a huge area of forest, so about 20 of us went out there the night before to protest. We chained ourselves to trees so they'd have to delay their logging until they could get rid of us. Only we were in the wrong place. They were logging about a half a mile away, so no one knew we were there for almost a week. By the time someone found us, we were out of food and water, and we thought we were going to die. The guy who found us went to ask the loggers for help, and they had to cut down the trees we were chained to in order to free us.
Ain't no way,
All they
bro.
accomplished was getting an extra 20 trees cut down and almost dying in the process.
First of all, I appreciate the fact that I appreciate the fact that she even tried to like save the trees. Cause real talk, trees provide oxygen and shit, and that's what we breathe. So it's like it's still a serious topic, even though I laugh about it. Cause it's like, yo, how do you end up like doing a cause and you end up doing worse than the cause was supposed to be? Like, I mean, I get like it's easy ways to do that, but I'm just saying it's like, damn, this shit really did not go the way I wanted to in a funny way, but in a sad way. If this was actually a real event, it's like, damn, that sucks. Cause y'all probably really were trying hard to save those trees. Like for all we know, it's like maybe the trees are also special. Maybe they produce like particular things. Like maybe they're actually good for the environment kind of trees. Like trees are always good for the environment, but like maybe these were like extremely special trees. Like if you ever seen the Courage the Cowardly Dog episode, you seen that tree like like was Grand Rich, like it was Grand Richard. Oh my goodness, I'm stuttering. I'm sorry. They were granting wishes though. It's like, I don't know. What advice would you give to your younger self?
What advice would you give to your younger self?
Don't ever join a witch coven. It'll seem like a good idea at the time. But the people calling themselves witches these days, they aren't practicing real witchcraft. They're such a disappointment.
Hmm. Or what were you like as a child?
What were you like as a child?
I was just like every other kid. I played with toys. I watched cartoons. I mean, what else would you expect me to say to that?
Mm. Biggest fear.
What is your biggest fear?
Getting a pimple. I've known people who have had one and they say it's awful. That's why I do a strict regimen of cleansing, toning, and moisturizing to make sure I don't get one.
Say less.
I heard it can happen to anyone.
Bro, she gone. I see like 3. No offense. Still look lovely. But I'm just saying, like, I see 3 of them Jones. That's it. She a dub. I had to, yo, man, I had to peep. I was like, whoa, whoa, you about to lie like that to me? How dare you? You have a superpower, what would you choose?
If you could have any superpower, what would you choose?
Any superpower? You know, I'd have to go with Mr. Mixelplix's magic. Now, it might be a deep cut for some people. He's great. He's an imp from the 5th dimension, DC Comics, and he's part of the Rogues Gallery of Superman. And if you can mess with Superman, you've got some powers. And I just like that he's wily and weird. But his one weakness is he can wind up in prison in the 5th dimension if he says his own name backwards. But come to think of it, I've never said my own name backwards, so yeah, should be fine. Yeah, let's definitely go with Mixelplix.
Yeah, okay, that's his name. I think that's his name. Cause no, as he started describing him, I started realizing which one he's talking about. I believe that is him because if he does say his name backwards, he'll travel back to his shit. Have you ever cheated on someone?
Have you ever cheated on anyone?
Yes and no.
Don't give me a bullshit
No.
answer.
No, not really. I don't believe in monogamy. I would never have a one-on-one relationship. I do mess around with multiple partners, but they all know that we're in an open relationship, so it's not cheating. They're all allowed to have multiple partners too, and most of them do. Even saying that they're allowed to have multiple partners sounds wrong to me. I just don't understand monogamy. How can you tell another person they aren't allowed to do things that make them happy? That just seems so controlling to me. I could never do that to someone or let someone do that to me.
What's the most serious law you ever broken?
What's the most serious law you have ever broken?
See, the problem with that question is that you need to be caught, tried, and convicted for you to be breaking the law. Now, say I shoot someone. Was it self-defense? Was it manslaughter? Was it murder? Until it gets in front of a jury, we just don't know. And I'm not dumb enough to get caught and have to be put in front of a jury.
Describe a typical day in your life.
Describe a typical day in your life.
I wake up, I eat, I go to work, I come home, I eat, I watch TV, and then I go to bed.
Most embarrassing guilty pleasure.
What is your most embarrassing guilty pleasure?
Prima Cinema. It's this service where you can watch a new movie at home the day it's released in theaters. I love watching movies. And I have a home theater, so why wouldn't I use it?
What's your most controversial or unpopular opinion?
What is your most controversial or unpopular opinion?
Okay. Well, my most controversial slash unpopular opinion, a lot of people say that it's pretty bogus that Superman just puts on a pair of glasses and he becomes Clark Kent and no one knows who he is. No one can recognize him. I actually think that checks out. See, I've thought about this a lot. Now, if there's this hero and then you see someone who's kind of your normal neighbor, you wouldn't associate that. Like, your mind wouldn't go there. So, like, here's an example. Let's say you have a neighbor who looks exactly like Barack Obama.
Okay. Where you going with this, man? You act like we ain't black in here, bro.
But his hair's a little different, and he wears glasses, and he's got a normal job. Let's say he works at a gas station, and you wouldn't say, my neighbor, James, who works at the gas station, has glasses, is ex President of the United States, Barack Obama. You'd say, oh, that guy kind of looks like Barack Obama, but it's not Barack Obama. Same thing. You wouldn't say, oh, Clark, who, like, is a cub reporter for the Daily Planet, he can't be Superman. He's a bumbling goof. He slightly looks like Superman. Remember, Clark is like uncoordinated. Clark is like, you know, bad at life. Superman is the best. So, like, you would not make that leap. I think it would totally work. Unpopular opinion, and I stand by it.
To the point, I kind of get what he mean, but at the same time, fam, he looks way too much like Superman, bro. That'd be like motherfuckers trying to say like I look like Ross or something. Like I'm like, bro, it's actually no, that's a bad example because I do kind of low key look like that motherfucker, bro. I ain't gonna act like, bro, I ain't gonna act like y'all don't be on point with shit sometimes. Like, and there was another dude, I believe his name was Hannibal Barris or something like that. Hannibal Barris or something. Like, I got a few people that say I look like him, so I could kind of not the greatest of examples. That's what happens when you fat, man. You get compared to too many people, and you can't help it because you kind of do be having like similar features at that point. I mean, shit must be what skinny folks feel like anytime folks be saying they on drugs or some shit. Like, instead, they could like either be just sickly or they could just be normal. All right, what's the way you betrayed a friend?
What's the worst way you've betrayed a friend?
I gave a lot of my friends chlamydia.
You did what now? You did what now? What kind of friend is you?
In fairness, some of them probably had it already. We're all very open about our sexuality. That's just the type of people I vibe with.
Word, Kim, you seen that shit, guy? I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Ain't no way, bro. Shit. Alright, shit, what question should I ask next here? Yeah, what would you do with the money? Yeah, Kimmy said she out, she gone. Shout out to
What would
Kimmy the
you do
dog,
with the money?
shout out to Kimmy the dog, she in live chat on YouTube.
I'd start my own cult, dedicated to summoning Cthulhu and bringing about the end of days.
Well, damn. Alright. Let's see what this I was extra in Greece looking ass. Let me chill. Now, what's the dumbest thing you ever? Actually, no. Most guilty pleasure, because then he probably not gonna want to say the truth.
What
So, can we like only one of these people are telling the truth? So I'm slowly trying to weed them out.
is your most embarrassing guilty pleasure?
I love bad movies. You know, movies that are so bad that then they're good. Because it's just like so entertaining how bad they are. Like Sharknado. That shit sucks, but it's good, you know? Or like, what does the fox say? Oh, that's a song, but you know, it's so bad that I like that song, you know? Stuff like that. Yeah. Bad things become good things for me.
That's the sad part. I feel like he probably the realest out of all. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can be like he so far has seemed to be the realest out of all of them. Because even I felt like he capped at some points. But all right, next person here. Yeah, what's your most controversial or unpopular opinion?
What is your most controversial or unpopular opinion?
Okay. There's this James Bond movie called The World Is Not Enough, where Denise Richards plays a physicist. Everyone was making fun of it, saying that she did a terrible job and that it was sexist of them to cast her. Here's the thing. She did fine. If she was more plain looking, I guarantee nobody would have said anything. The people who are saying that it was sexist are the sexist ones. They don't believe that a woman can be hot and smart enough to be a scientist. And that's the most sexist thing you can do.
All right. I ain't gonna cap. Yeah, I was about to say she's like, cause that'd be like that shit with the gamer girls and shit. It's like folks think they can't game just cause they look good, and it's like nah, they start whooping your ass quick. Like, eh, let's see, bro, he already said some shit before. Let me hear some more of this
What is
shit.
the dumbest thing you ever did?
Dumbest thing I ever did. How do I choose just one? Okay. I was camping outside a store waiting to buy a game console. So it was going to be released, and I wanted to get there early. I wanted to make sure that I got one. And I set up a tent. I was going to sleep outside the store. I was there for 28 hours in my tent. The night before the store opened, when they were going to sell the console, it was go time. I went to sleep in my tent, had my phone with me. I didn't have any way to charge my phone,
No,
and my alarm didn't go off in the morning because my phone ran out of juice. I woke up 3 hours after the store opened, and I did not get the console. I slept in a tent on a sidewalk, got back problems from it.
Bro, I should have stayed up. Like, see, that's the valuable lesson there, bro. He thought he could cheat his way out of a win. Like, he thought he could cheat his way to victory by, like, being able to get a nap in so that you can get extra time to play the game. Nah, bro. You gotta suffer, bro. Like how we all suffer when we do that, like, 12 a.m. shit. It's like you at least get 3 hours of play in. You either gotta go to school or your job and shit after. And you gotta deal with it like everybody else, bro. Like, it's I'm not trying to hear that word, yo. Even Kim, like Kimmy said, he dumb as hell for that shit. Like, hell yeah, it's like you got to go through it.
For what ended up being no reason whatsoever.
I know you mad. I know you mad, and I don't care. All right, let's see. Yeah, what you do with the money?
What would you do with the money?
Pharmaceutical companies test drugs on puppies and other small animals all the time, then just abandon them when they're done. Someone needs to do something about it. If I win, I plan on using the money to open a rehab center so I can help those poor puppies recover and live normal lives.
I feel like she's kind of lying to me, but at the same time, she might not be. Cause she literally did just tell us that she loves to be naked, walking around the woods by herself because she don't fuck with people. All right, trolley problem.
You're the conductor on a runaway trolley. There are 5 people on the tracks ahead of you who cannot get off the tracks in time. If you continue forward, you will run over and kill all 5. You cannot stop the trolley, but you can change to an alternate track where there is only 1 person on it. If you decide to change tracks, all 5 people on the original track will live, but the person on the alternate track will be run over and die. Do you change tracks?
So this is actually this is low key. This can low key be a tough question, but yeah, you talking about the one before her, right? So yeah, she do kind of low key give off camera vibes, and I'm just waiting to catch her slipping about it too. Cause she trying to make it seem like she mad free spirited. I'm like, nah, you low key got like you low key like mad strict. But yeah, so trolley problem, they give that to everybody in this show. So the thing about this answer is though, it like how important is that 1 person versus like the 5 people? Are you automatically gonna be quick to do that? Or is it that you'll be quick to do that because they're not somebody important to you? Or they're not somebody that like low key can save the world type shit. Like this is like, is it one of that?
So if I stay on the first track, I get to kill 5 people without the possibility of getting in any trouble whatsoever. But if I change tracks, I only get to kill 1, and there's a possibility that I go to prison. Why would I possibly change tracks? Is this a trick question? Is there a way to kill all 6? If there is, I don't see it. I'd stay on the first track and settle for 5.
Eh, 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 eh. Alright. What's your most embarrassing memory? Bro, I can't act like she really just didn't say that shit, bro. Like, yeah. Bro, I didn't even take that shit that far, fam. Like she like, yo, which one like how many witnesses would I rather deal with? Would I rather deal with 5 witnesses that see me do the shit, or would I rather deal with just one? Like that's where her mind went to. That's the first thing she went to. Like very sus indeed. I agree with you, Kimmy. Very sus indeed. Oh my
What
god.
is your most embarrassing memory?
Man, I once tried dating two girls in the same night, and that did not go well. I was out with this one girl, and we were having a great time. And then I drove her home. I went inside. We fooled around a little bit. That was fun. And yeah, I said goodbye. Went to this bar, and I met this other chick, and she was digging me, and I was digging her. And yeah, we left. I took her home, and it's the same home. Like, they're roommates, dude. So I'm like, okay, Joe, don't push your luck. Let's go home. But no, man, I don't know. I thought like maybe the first girl would be sleeping, or like best case, like, oh, who knows? You know what I mean? So yeah, I went inside, and sure enough, the first girl sitting there, like watching TV. These girls laid it on me. They got up, they yelled at me. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're beautiful, both of you. Yeah, that sucked. That was, whoo, not my finest hour. Yikes.
Oh my god. Let's see here. So yeah, well, actually, what would you do with the money?
What would you do with the money?
Oh, I have a financial advisor that handles my money for me. My parents use them. They're really good.
Wasn't expecting that. All right. And what's the worst way you betrayed a friend? Feel like he's telling the truth, even though he an asshole. Hell yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What
Like
is
he.
the worst way you've betrayed a friend?
Well, I try not to betray friends, but okay. I spoiled Avengers Infinity War for several of my friends and coworkers. So, opening night, I saw it twice. I got my tickets in advance for two showings right in a row, back to back. I was at the theater for like 6 hours just downloading Infinity War, and it was awesome. But I'm like, okay, Friday, maybe people haven't seen it yet. Over the weekend, I saw it 2 more times. I go into work Monday. I assume that everyone has seen it. It's a phenomenon. It's like the movie grossed like $2 billion. I don't know how much everyone saw it. I assume they all saw it opening weekend. And I started going on about the people we lost, the Avengers we lost, the snap. I really spoiled that movie for a lot of people. I had a lot of apologizing to do that day. And if you're watching, let me just say once again, I am so sorry. I promise you, I am now keeping it spoiler free.
Damn, you just told me that certain Avengers ended up dying. That's a spoiler, bro. Uh, What were you like as a child?
What were you like as a child?
Give me chill.
I was a straight A student. I had perfect attendance and all that. It wasn't until I became an adult that I realized how conforming to society's standards was actually a bad thing. If I could go back and do it again, I'd focus more on enjoying my childhood.
That's the end of this round. We'll soon find out who will be going home after this message from our sponsor.
What?
Today's episode is brought to you by OneSock.com. Does it always seem like you have an odd number of socks for some reason? OneSock.com lets you buy one individual sock so you can finally even things out. That's OneSock.com. Use offer code TRUTH, and they'll include a second sock absolutely free. Now it's time for the audience to vote.
Okay, two things. One, I know they really didn't just use my platform to promote their own ads. How dare y'all? Can we set one side for his PP? I'm done, yo. But all right. And number two, I'm be right back. I'm about to fill up some more drink into my cup here. So give me about like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. But yeah, Kimmy. So this game. Oh yeah, I'm pouring up now. But yeah, this game is pretty much you figuring out who's telling the truth out of everybody that's lying. So believe it or not, they got another game called Vegas Tales. Yeah, Vegas Tales. That's good too. Oh yeah, we drinking on Long Island iced tea. They got this drink in my cup. That done came down. Hold up. Said one sock. This game gave you ads. Or now I got the ads. This game gave me the ads. Yo, chill, man. Can you even having me laugh over here, yo? Oh yeah, make sure y'all check out her channel. That is Kimmy D Doll.
Please enter the selection of the contestant you think should be going home.
Yeah, she going home.
The votes are in. The audience has voted to send home Alexis.
That's okay. This was fun. And isn't that the point of a game show?
She mad. Alright. Shout out to the legendary. Wait, the legendary Batman. Wait, Batman, that's you? And wait, you're on Twitch now? Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, nah, Kimmy, I didn't even know he was on Twitch either, yo. I thought he was just on YouTube with the shits. Hell yeah, bro. You need to start coming around the streams more again. Like, we barely be seeing you. And then I'm pretty sure Rome missed you too. Like, Rome's still doing what he usually be doing. I actually need to check in with Bro too on that. But anyway. The most serious law you ever broken.
What is the most serious law you've ever broken?
I used to shoplift as a kid. I also used to do a ton of underage drinking. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know which one's worse, but whichever one's worse, I guess, would be my answer.
So y'all just don't. Well, you just don't like see him, or y'all like beefing or something. Oh yeah, you don't have to answer that. By the way, I was just curious. I was like, wait. Batman usually still goes to see Bro whenever he can, because I know you got your people who you chill with and shit. So it's just one of those. I'm like, wait, what just happened? It's like one of those. Like I'm reading it and I might be misinterpreting kind of thing. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? um. Oh yeah, what advice would you give to your younger self?
What advice would you give to your younger self?
What advice would I give to my younger self? Okay, first, I would make sure to tell myself to buy stock in Microsoft, Apple, and Netflix and hold on to it until at least 2019. Don't sell it until 2019.
All right, I won't get into your business on that shit then. Cause Rome's still my people and all that, but you low key my peoples too, bro. So I ain't gonna get into the mix of whatever that is. Point is though, I'm happy that you're here. Like, cause I haven't seen you in a minute, bro. So, and it'd be the same with the other bro, of course. But it's like, yeah, it's always good seeing like some of the folks who I came up with, like that. That's always the real shit.
And then I would actually tell myself to start playing chess early and often because I was late to the game and I love chess and I'm pretty good at it. But I don't think I'll ever be great at it. And you have to start young and you have to play early and often if you want to be truly exceptional at chess. And I really believe that if I did start young, I could have been one of the greats because I see everything it takes
Appreciate it,
to
bro.
be exceptional. Yeah, I would tell myself to start playing chess early. Join the chess club.
Oh yeah, nah. If anything, bro, Kimmy always be advertising her channel. That's a given. Oh yeah. I'm on Twitch too, bro. I'm on like a little bit of everything. So I'm on TikTok as well. I'm like everywhere. So if you're looking for me on like TikTok and Instagram, it's the same as like the Twitch username. Foster Gamer. So it's like I'm on like a lot of platforms. And then Kimmy, of course, Kimmy the doll. That's like automatic. Alright. So third question. If you had a job, what would it be?
If you could have any job, what would it be?
I don't want any job. The most valuable thing I have is my free time, and I am not willing to sell that time for an hourly wage.
Say that till you need the breath for shit. Like Nah, she's not like lazy. She one of them. She one of them like she camps. She camps outside. She takes a shower when she's at the gym, and then does whatever else to make money. But the thing is, it's like people are so quick to kill off like having a 9 to 5 just because like you either don't make enough money as the people you see on TV or you know. And granted, those folks had to take risk. That's the other thing folks don't realize. A lot of those folks, like a lot of your folks who are doing good, they took risk at some point and it paid off for them. Or they got so good at their craft, or in this case, like they got so skilled at their job that they just kept moving up. It's just natural. Like once you find that one spot, you're good. Or when you bet on yourself and you do everything to succeed, that's good. If you're naturally talented at it, but you decide to work towards that, you're good. But it's like trying to like just outright kill like a whole concept of a 9 to 5 is like, bruh. There's people that probably make more money 9 to 5 than a lot of rappers that are out. Or like any other jobs too. It's like you got like plumbers who probably don't make as much as somebody that do a 9 to 5. So it's like it's just a bad concept to have. Have you ever cheated on someone?
Have you cheated on anyone?
Of course I have. I don't answer to men. If I choose to hook up with a guy, he should be eternally grateful. I certainly don't have any obligations to him afterwards.
Excuse me? Well, indeed, Batman. Well, indeed. All right. What's your most unusual talent?
What's your most unusual talent?
I could change my own oil. I could also fix a flat. You know, people used to know how to do that stuff. That was like common knowledge. But nowadays, no one knows how to do jack shit. Everyone's like relying on others or the internet or just people don't know how to do stuff. They can do common guy stuff or girl stuff, whatever, anymore. I don't know. Everyone's so sheltered.
I mean, you're not completely wrong about that. And yeah, Batman. Batman said, she gonna make someone a great first wife. Shit, or maybe a last wife. Probably end up dying messing with her. But I don't even want to ask.
What is your most embarrassing guilty pleasure?
Yeah, my most embarrassing guilty pleasure. I like to go back and rewatch the cartoons from my childhood. I don't do it all the time, but when I think of one and I haven't seen it in a while, I'll look it up, I'll see where it's streaming or where I can find it, and then I will watch the crap out of it from front to back and relive my childhood a little bit. Maybe take out some of my old action figures. Yeah, that is an embarrassing guilty pleasure.
Bro, I don't see a problem with it. Yeah, Batman even said it well. We the same. Like, yeah, bro. That's like that's your childhood. Ain't nothing wrong with like being like remembering shit from your childhood. Shit, the Powerpuff Girls was tough, yo, in a good way. They was. It's like, bro, they definitely was always fighting some shit. And then just the story itself was actually pretty lit. I think that's why it's like it didn't matter. It didn't matter, boy or girl, or whatever you prefer yourself as. We're advancing now in society. So It doesn't matter. It's like you still fuck with the Powerpuff Girls. That was automatic. Me and him gonna be like brothers. Hell yeah, bro. I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah, for the record, if you can't tell Batman, I've been drinking. Uh, what was your childhood dream?
What was your childhood dream?
To be a corporate executive, live in a big house, and make a six-figure salary. When I got older, I realized that a job like that would take up almost all my free time, and then taking care of a house of that size would take up the little bit of time I had left. Now that dream sounds like a nightmare to me.
Believe it or not, I relate to her in this. Cause everybody's like, yo, don't you want like your own house and stuff like that? I'm like, fam, with the amount of work I'm doing, I would never get to enjoy it. Bro, I'm never gonna get to enjoy mowing the lawn because I'm gonna know like, yo, I got other stuff I could have did today, but I decided to mow the lawn, and now I done wasted my day. Which is why to this day I don't know how my pops can do it. It's like, bro, like don't get me wrong, it's cool that you got like a dope ass basement, like a good floor, a good first and second floor. But it's like, bro, you working so much you never get to enjoy it. It's like you're just in there. Yeah, you're just in there just to be in there. Maybe one thing if he was like the pops that kind of threw parties or whatever. I don't know. He probably do low key. He probably just doesn't like try to make shit hot. And I'm like, because he probably got his own circle that he chill with, and not trying to bring like his youngins into the mix. And I respect that. I'd probably be the same way with my youngins and shit. You feel me? Yeah, Batman says some of the answers are good, but then some of them are like sus as hell. I agree. Yeah, I did her, so we're back. We're back to her again. Oops. All right, what's your? All right, bro. I don't even want. Yeah, what was you like as a child?
What were you like as a child?
I had a big bullying problem when I was in school. I would speak to guidance counselors, the principal about it. But every time we thought it was under control, something would happen. Like one day, a group of children decided to hold a spelling bee at lunch. For fun. What was I supposed to do? Not beat any of them up.
Well, damn. Oh shit. What was your childhood dream?
What was your childhood dream?
I had a ton of dreams as a kid. What I wanted to do changed all the time, you know? I mean, wouldn't that be true for just about everyone? Who spends their whole childhood focused on one goal?
He seemed dismissive on that one. So maybe that's something I need to like just remember. What's your biggest regret? Bro, how did I not run through all this yet? Alright, what would you do with the money?
What would you do with the money?
Well, I've been working on a film for several years. It's kind of like my main baby when it comes to screenwriting, but I haven't had the capital to produce it. It's a superhero film, but get this. In most superhero movies, someone gets powers. They either become the good guy or the bad guy. What if they just still remain a guy and they don't use the powers? Maybe they're like, they try them out, but then they're like, you know what? I'm just going to stick to my regular life. And it's a superhero film that turns into just a slice of life normal guy film because he doesn't use them. And then at the end, when you think he's like, oh, he's about to save the day, the powers get reversed and he loses them.
What the? So he was a hero because he decided like he was gonna be a hero, but he happened to lose his powers. Yeah, Batman. I'm on the same shit as you, Batman. I'm like, I don't get that shit whatsoever, bro. That just like you just pretty much just use an example as like, yo, you having a gift, you might as well use it type shit. But alright. What is your biggest fear?
What is your biggest fear?
Global warming and pollution. Humans are killing this planet. Nature doesn't fight back, so humans are the only ones who can save the planet, but we're the ones it needs saving from. So the Earth is pretty much doomed.
What was your childhood dream?
What was your childhood dream?
For real. Poison ivy like a
I've always
motherfucker.
wanted to be possessed by a demon.
Wait, what?
That's still my dream.
So she wanted to date a gangbanger. Man, Batman said we can tell, like, yeah, like shit.
Maybe one day I can make it happen.
Dear God. What advice would you give your younger self? Yeah.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
Don't marry Annie, my ex-wife. God, I doubt my younger self would listen to me because she's still smoking hot. But yeah, that's the advice I'd give. You know, I mean, we were high school sweethearts, and I thought it was gonna be great. But boy, was I wrong. Oh, she's a nightmare, and now I'm stuck paying alimony. Lucky me.
He's saying that shit from the heart, bro. It's funny, bad. But I mean, shit. It's definitely why you get prenups, yo. He said that shit from the heart, bro. Yo, Kimmy was saying the same shit too. This man an asshole, but he just been saying shit from his heart, bro. He has not been capping. Oh, typical day in your life.
Describe a typical day in your life.
Well, usually my day is going to revolve around what I'm watching and what games I'm playing. So, work aside, when I have free time, I'm going to be binging something. And just got done with The Last of Us, binge The Mandalorian, currently watching The Winchesters, and then I'm going to play video games, gaming, a lot of RPGs, and I am immersed in that world. I take gaming very seriously. Oh, and one more thing I take very seriously, snacking. I will always have some snacks on standby and some beverages, and I like playing with snack beverage combos. Yeah, that's pretty important. That's my day.
Batman fuck with this dude heavy, yo. Alright, what's your most controversial or unpopular opinion?
What is your most controversial or unpopular opinion?
Owning pets is wrong and should be illegal. If your dog or cat isn't free to come and go as they please, they're not your pet, they're your prisoner.
No, it's crazy. I can somewhat respect that. But the thing is, a lot of pets actually love their owners. That's why a lot of them actually do come back to the crib. Like, So at that point, is the pet really a prisoner, or was you just trying to prevent them from just like going off any place and being confused for a stray? Pretty much. And then a lot of times, if you have like a farm or whatever, you probably never keeping that dog on a leash. You know it's gonna always come back. Like motherfucker gonna be hungry. So that's the one. That's the other thing too. Like depending on where you're at, you probably just don't have enough land for the dog to keep itself entertained. Let's see, proudest achievement.
What's your proudest accomplishment?
I once had these neighbors who liked to hang outside on their porch all day, blaring terrible music. I thought I could take a bat to their stereo myself and end it, but they, of course, had cameras. So I took a picture of their stereo and posted it to Craigslist under the free stuff category. Got somebody else just to take the whole stereo away. As a bonus, they also took all of their patio furniture. They never hung around outside after that.
You know, it's crazy. I'm still finding it hard to find the lie in her story. But she's just been, yeah. What do you do for a living?
What do you do for a living?
I work at a distribution center where I drive a forklift. Pays pretty decent, and I get good overtime.
Hmm.
If you found a wallet, would you return it?
Okay. So if I found the wallet, the question of whether or not I'd return it depends. Now, if it was a one percenter, a wealthy individual, and that wallet was filled with money, I might take the money and return the wallet anonymously.
E-cap.
If it was seemingly like just a regular person, regular working stiff, then I think I'd just return the whole thing. But if it was a Gucci wallet with gold around the sides, black card, the whole nine, I might have to take a little for myself.
Yeah, I kind of want to vote him out now. Just because of that reason. What's the most serious law you ever broke? Yeah.
What is the most serious law you have ever broken?
I smoked a lot of weed in states where it wasn't legal yet. I guess I've technically sold it too, which would be a more serious crime. I was never a drug dealer, but if I bought a bunch and then some of my friends bought off of me, I guess that's technically selling drugs, even if I'm not charging them a markup. In terms of legal penalties, that would be the most serious. The penalties for drug-related charges are ridiculous in this country.
Facts. It's funny. It's funny that they actually let her state this in the game, like something that people commercially buy and shit. Because it's crazy how you can get like I was talking to the homies Zoo, Brandon, aka Bam Bam Boy, and them, because we was watching this show called The Killing Vote, which talks about like how like the Korean justice system handles some stuff, which may or may not be completely true, by the way. It's a show. But yeah, my whole thing is this. It's like, bro, how's it that you can do like something that's not as serious, such as like having weed, smoking it, and have to do like a whole 10 years, yet this man who done stomped somebody out for no reason, like no particular reason. Like the guy probably smiled at him or something and told him like, "How you doing today?" Never met him before in his life, and he just stomps him out. He just stomps him out. Only gets like half a year probation, some shit like that, bro. Like it's ridiculous. It is fucking ridiculous. Fuck, I forgot where I was at. Mm, oh yeah, yeah. So got past that part. Oh yeah, I'm on her. Okay, here we go. Our unusual pet peeve.
What's your most unusual pet peeve?
I hate it when people whistle. Or sing. Or hum. Or smile. Or breathe.
Hey,
That's the
hey.
end of this round. We'll soon find out who will be going home after this message from our sponsor.
Oh my god.
Today's episode is brought to you by placebos. Are you a hypochondriac? Ask your doctor if placebos are right for you. Now it's time for the audience to vote. Please enter the selection of the contestant you think should be going home.
I can leave somebody on there. Sam majorly capped. Autumn, I still feel like to a point she's capping, but I haven't like gotten her like into like a complete thing. Same with her. So Sam, nah, bro, I'm going with him. He gotta go.
The votes are in. The audience has voted to send home Sam.
You
Bro,
know,
he
in
should
my head,
just.
I knew I had a 1 in 6 chance. Not a bad chance, but not perfect. So I'm not surprised I have to go home.
Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, so still mad questions to ask them. Alright. Well, I'm calling it here. So on next stream, I should be able to just finish this whole thing. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to be playing some more of Dust Driver. So far, I like the game. I think the game's pretty cool. So if everything is good, then yeah, I'm probably gonna play that, run through that. And if I end up not choosing that, it's probably gonna be Persona, just because I'm getting closer and closer to beating it. And I don't plan on playing Persona 3, the reload, anytime soon. Still, just because I know they still doing stuff with the PlayStation 5. So as cool as it would be to have a PlayStation 5, I'm like, yo, wait it out, see how it goes, and then start getting a lot of these games. Because it's games that folks miss because they then had to already spend money on some of these games. So I feel like to a point, that's where I come in, because I'm kind of like, I kind of got myself in that middle where it's like I'm behind, but I'm not behind. So I'm able to filter out better games in a sense. But like always, I like to thank y'all for rocking with me. Foster Gaming, Foster Gamma. Shout out to Kimmy the Dog for chilling with me. Batman, I'm gonna add you on Twitch just so I have you on Twitch and shit. And you already know it's always good chilling out with the old homies and shit. With that, I'll catch y'all. Y'all. Peace out. And I'm drunk as hell. I'm drunk as shit. And that is the truth. Just a whole bunch of corny ass lines. Peace out.